Now the radiator is off. From what I can see is we have a huge leak somewhere, I believe in the radiator, that's getting into the alternator cavity. Now this can happen with time. Remember, the bike's got 28,000 miles on it. It's, you know, still be running after that time proves to the testament of Honda's engineering, which is really good. The next thing I have to do is, this is the right hand side of the crankshaft. Okay, well we have to get to that. This is a very tricky piece to get on and off because of the magnets. They're just tricky as hell. There's a cotter key in here, which, not a cotter key, but a woodruff key, which is shaped like a little bit like a half moon piece of steel. And what I will do is, getting this off is easy considering trying to get it on. When you get it on, there's some powerful magnets that are on this alternator or flywheel, and you have to get it on just right on the woodruff key. What I will do is take a 14 millimeter, I believe, and take this off, and you see there's a hole in the end of the crankshaft here that fits for the crankshaft puller. The puller will be a little tiny, it looks like a socket with a 20 millimeter socket with threads on it. It'll go in here. In the middle of that socket is another threaded pointed dealie that goes on here, and what happens is you put pressure right on the flywheel, and the other side of the socket grabbing the flywheel will pull it off, and it will actually go pop. And that's the only way to get these off. The flywheel puller you can get for like $14 on eBay if it's the same one as mine. And from the looks of it, the holes look exactly the same. So I have to go over to my other shop right now and get that. But this is a tricky part. You do not want to do this very quickly. If you scratch one of these coils or you break one of them, you're screwed. You're screwed, blued, and tattooed, as they would say in World War II. Because it's such a tricky item, and they're about 150, 160 to replace for my bike. I don't know about this one, because this one has a starter circuit in it. But that's where we're going to go next. And I'm cataloging everything that I need. After I get the big parts off, like the alternator on this side, I will probably leave the wheel on it, because that's just what I want to do. I leave the wheel on. We'll take off this top spring bolt, which holds the back of the motor. The front of the motor is held in with a bolt underneath here and on the other side, and there may be a couple of other things. The important part of this procedure right now is that you remember where all the damn hoses go. There's more hoses on this little motor than a space shuttle. Why, I don't know, but they've got just a ton of things. I imagine they've done a good job because the little bike has lasted this long, so their engineering must be really good. I'm really impressed with them. I don't own one. I could have bought one this spring. I bought the Yamaha because it was more my style, and the Yamaha will fit 2 people. But it's fuel injected, and this is carbureted. Anyway, I see a lot of ruckuses running around, and I want to do a lot of work on them, so the owner gave me a good chance to play around and redo his bike, and I really appreciate that. Okay, now I'm going to have to go to my other shop and get the puller.